Okay, everybody, welcome to the latest episode of All2ReelToo. Yeah. My name is Michael E. Cullen II, and with me, as always,
is Matthew Palpatine.
Matthew Palpatine.
Mm-hmm.
Did you change your last name?
No, I just decided to use it. I think it's a cool name, so.
Matthew Palpatine.
Yep.
Does that mean you're evil?
No, not necessarily. I'm more of like his parents and grandparents' generation, so you know, they were different. So.
Okay.
Trying to bring back the good, bring back the good name,
Palpatine name.
Yeah.
So like you're like it's like if your name was like Gary Hitler or something, you'd just be like, oh no, I'm Gary Hitler.
I went to school with two Hitlers.
Did you?
Yeah, Justin and Jeremy Hitler. They had two T's in their name now.
Oh.
I'm not sure if that was changed during the war or.
I think they would just change the whole name.
And they were not Nazis, especially Justin. He was kind of into like, left wing stuff. At least at the time, I don't know. I haven't spoken to him in like 18 years, but whatever.
It could have changed. Let's hope not.
Yeah, let's hope not.
You're out there listening.
Yeah.
Shoot us a message or something.
Yeah.
Let us know how you're doing there, Mr. Hitler. Anyways, so speaking of people who are viewed by some people as evil, today we're going to cover a quote-unquote YouTube star. Yeah.
I mean, that's where we're at now. Stardom and YouTube.
Yes.
So.
Well, it is 2020.
Yeah.
And I'm Barbara Walters. Oh, wait. No. So, basically, there's this guy named James Jackson who was born Gregory James Jack Daniel Jackson something. He's whatever. I don't know. He's Jack Daniels. No, I'm just joking. No. He was born on November 11th of 1985. He's an American entertainer, quote unquote, and YouTube's personality
or influencer.
Yeah. He is known professionally by his alias ONISION. That's like onion with a extra I and an S in there.
Okay.
Anyways, I don't know where he got that. His primary YouTube channel, ONISION, features sketches and satirical clips. Videos posted to his other channels focus on personal stories covering topics such as suicide and self-harm, as well as discussion with his viewers. His online content has attracted controversy and criticism from online media and outlets and viewers as well. Outlets, not outlikes. I don't know what outlikes are. But
those are where you don't like something anymore, so you outlike it.
I outlike it.
The like is like on the outs with
Yes.
We're on the outs with someone, so.
Or if you like something when like if I like the outdoors, I'm an outliker.
Yeah.
Yes. If I like hiking or something. Yes.
Hiking with Onision. That sounds really bad.
I would not do that.
Yeah.
Don't.
No, I don't think I'm going to.
If he invites you, Matt, don't go.
I've never had a mention or anything.
Yes.
No DMs sliding into my DMs or whatever they're called.
Hopefully he doesn't come after us and try to sue us like he has other people because we're talking about him.
So you're not allowed to talk about someone now?
Oh, you can talk about someone and it's completely legal, but you can also legally sue anybody for anything.
Oh.
I can sue you because I don't like your T-shirt.
Really?
Doesn't mean I'm going to win in court.
Oh, okay.
Because you can take somebody to court for anything. It doesn't mean it's actually a valid
How much
argument.
money does this guy have, though? Because, YouTube money can make a lot of money, but I read something that they said it was hard to gauge, but they said roughly you make about $1,000 to $3,000 per million views. So he's probably making some good money, but not that good where he can just sue anyone he wants.
As of November of 2019, his main Onision channel has received over 2 million subscribers and over 330 million video views.
Okay, so
his secondary channel, Bro, has received just under 2 million subscribers and over 370 million video views.
All right, so
and then his vlog channel, this because he's got more than one channel.
Okay,
so
okay.
His vlog channel ONISION Speaks has received over 1.6 million subscribers and over 550 million views.
All right, so he's probably a millionaire, but still, does he want to squander all of his money on suing people? I guess whatever.
And his most viewed video as of November of 2019 is his music video titled "Banana Song." I am a banana.
God. I fucking hate that. You know what?
Too.
I didn't know who that was until my niece used to make me fucking listen to that stupid fucking song all the time, like a year ago, and it wasn't even his version. It was like
it was a cover of it.
No, it was his music, for want of a better word. But it was like there's like this new thing where like you could just take like a animated image of people and you like make your own scenarios based off of those things. Like you just kind of like splice them into like a video editing program.
Okay.
I think it's called Gotcha Life, but I could be.
Oh, okay.
It could be a whole other thing she's told me about because she tells me about so many fucking things I don't understand. So anyway,
kids, if you're out there, explain this stuff to us.
I don't understand TikTok. Snapchat's probably old news at this point. There's something else new I don't fucking understand.
Somebody's creating an app right now that's going to be popular by the time people are listening to this.
I'm sure of it. But like anyway, so like it was that song like with these like little like still images of like animated characters, and it was basically like acting out the song. It was like, I'm a banana, oh god, just want to twist his neck just from that song alone. But then when I find out that Banana Guy is this guy, so I'm like, oh well, that makes sense then because I hated that guy. So
yeah, here's a little bit more about his background. Okay, Jackson has told his fans that his mother raised him and his older sister in a rural environment, and that they were Seventh-day Adventists. Additionally, in his 2014 self-published Facts About ONISION Storytime video, Jackson states that his mother filed for divorce once it was made clear his father was a child predator. During his teenage years, Jackson composed music and worked on web graphic design. Then we go on to his video career. Jackson created his channel in 2006, but did not upload any content until October of 2007. His earliest clips featured a character named Chibi, Chibi, whom fans interpreted as a parody of Fred Figglehorn. I don't know who that is. In 2019, Insider wrote that Jackson was best known for his objectifying content and controversial reputation, and detailed that he rates pictures that women submit to him, gives his opinion on their bodies, and comments on other YouTubers. These are just some of the things he's done. He's we'll get more into that in a minute when I talk about the controversial things that he's done. In 2009, he uploaded the Banana Song, and which went viral. The video featured him jumping around and screaming in a banana suit. As well as his first wife, Sky Tintaga. It was featured on Comedy Central's Tosh.0, which as video of the week in 2010. That's basically where this guy gets all of his fame, is because he was featured on Tosh.0. And then that kind of rose him to fame. And then, I mean, I'm sure there's other people who say that there's other reasons that he's famous, but that was where he garnered beyond YouTube fame. And in 2010, YouTube wasn't as big as it is today. So, in 2011, he posted a number of clips with his then girlfriend, Shiloh Hoganson, who is a very awesome girl. She's a former teen Canadian pop star that he, Anyways, the clips were scripted but presented in a manner many fans interpreted as unscripted. In some of them, however, Hoganson is seen apparently expressing transient amnesia. Adrienne Jorgensen, an ex-girlfriend of Jackson's, published a letter stating that Jackson believed Hoganson was lying about her memory loss. Jackson and Hoganson later stated that she was pregnant and suffered a miscarriage. In 2019, a video featuring Hoganson resurfaced online. In it, Jackson is heard telling her, "You know this video is never going to be online, right? No one will ever know how much I abuse you," before hurling candy corns at her and laughing.
What?
Yeah. His on-camera and off-camera activities has received criticism from online media outlets, as well as from fellow online content creators. In 2010, TubeFilter listed Jackson as one of the 5 YouTubers on their way up, alongside Shane Dawson and the Fine Brothers. The outlet described Jackson's channel as frequently updated with very rough, in-your-face R-rated style, and called Jackson the most controversial YouTuber. In 2012, the Daily Dot described Jackson as known for his militant vegetarianism, sex appeal, comedic skits, and controversial views on topics like circumcision. The publication has also criticized his content on multiple occasions. In 2013, James Cook wrote for the outlet, calling Jackson YouTube's most troubled star. And then in 2018, he was included on the Daily Dot published a list of 6 YouTubers worse than Logan Paul. And we know that Logan. Have you heard about Logan Paul and what a
little bit, yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking full of himself asshole. Allegedly. Wait, no, not allegedly. He is. Anyways,
he went to that like suicide forest.
He went to the suicide forest and then showed a dead dude hanging from a tree on his YouTube channel and didn't think anything was weird about that. Yeah. Anyways, thought that was perfectly fine at first, and then he took it down, and then tried to apologize for it and walk it back. Anyways, the outlet opined that Jackson's videos these days are just as obnoxious and irritating as they were 9 years ago when he first struck YouTube gold with a truly terrible song about being a fucking banana. They didn't say fucking, but I am. Okay, anyways, Jackson has also received criticism from fellow YouTubers, notably Daniel Salzbach, better known as Mr. Repsion on YouTube. That's his name there. He's talked about him for about a decade on there, criticized him this whole time. And Blair White. In 2019, email to Insider, Jackson shared that people hated me with a passion for my opinions I openly held. Okay. Now we get into like his controversies. Okay, so all's well and good, in my opinion. You might have bad things to say, things that I don't agree with. You might be an asshole. You can do things. I mean, even Logan Paul, I don't agree with him, but I guess, him showing the guy in the, hanging from a tree, at least he didn't kill the guy in the tree. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like, he's still taking advantage of the fact that that's there, but he's not, outwardly abusing the corpse or another person.
He's the vulture, not the
I mean, he might have been, I don't know much about Logan Paul, so he could have some, more skeletons in his closet somewhere that I don't know about. I don't want to speak to the knowledge of Logan Paul. If you know something about him and you want to share it with us, the email's mike@cullenpark.com. Anyways, Jackson was first banned from VidCon, which is a YouTube convention, 2012, due to a video in which he stated that since Shiloh Jorgensen, his then partner, slept with more than 20 people before she was with him, she is a slut and therefore cannot be raped. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that if you've slept with 20 people, you can't be raped. That's what his opinion was.
Okay. Makes no sense.
The video then received backlash from viewers outside of Jackson's core audience, as noted by new media, rock stars, and the Daily Dot. VidCon co-founder Hank Green issued an email to Jackson stating, "If it is possible that you will not be safe, we will not let you come." So basically, they knew that he was going to probably be attacked, so they banned him. In November of 2019, he was banned from Patreon. By the way, we have a Patreon. If you want to check it out, please do. And, the link will be in the show notes. We still have Patreon. Please donate. We need it. Because we don't have any major sponsors for this podcast. Just letting you know, we try to keep it. I mean, we want to take sponsors that we actually care about and that we support. We're not going to just, I'm not going to let, some gun store or something sponsor our show.
Really? Come on. What about that pink gun, man? That pink gun was awesome.
Well, the fact that I'm pretty anti-gun, I don't think I'm going to let a pink gun, I'm not like anti-gun. I think people have the right to bear arms, but I'm not in favor of, openly carrying them and stuff. Anyways, especially pink ones.
Wow.
Specifically for women. Because that just seems very...
They're not allowed to have pink guns.
No, they can if they want. I'm fine. But, it just seems condescending that they make pink guns for women.
Yeah.
Anyways... That's another topic altogether.
No blue guns for men, which is weird.
I think they do have them, but they're not specifically for men.
Oh, okay.
Usually the colored ones are geared towards women.
Yeah, it is.
It's like the black ones and the green one, the camo ones are all for men. And
well, yeah, because we don't like colors.
We're all colorblind.
Some are.
So I'm not. Anyways, so in 2019 November. He was banned from Patreon for posting the phone number of a fellow YouTube creator, Billy Dawn Webb, who claimed she had been groomed by and manipulated into a sexual relationship with Jackson. Okay, so, because there are so many. If you go online, especially like Mr. Repzion and other people, you can get very in depth and go down a rabbit hole of reading stuff and watching videos about ONISION. If you want a more in depth stories about him, just do a search for ONISION on the internet, and you will find a lot more than I'm going to reveal here today. Matt doesn't know too much about ONISION except for the banana fucking song.
Yep.
And not banana fucking song, but the fucking banana song. Yeah. You're not actually having sex with a banana.
No.
In the song.
No.
So I don't want to give that
not
an example.
In the song or in any other context.
Some people might be. I don't know if they want to. Whatever. That's their business. Yeah. Anyways, So anyways, Billy was groomed. Claims that she was groomed by and manipulated into a sexual relationship with Jackson. At the time, Webb was among several women who had accused Jackson of harassment, manipulation, and abuse. Patreon confirmed in a statement to The Verge that they had banned Jackson as he violated our bullying and harassment policy as it relates to doxing. Which is doxing is when you release, if anybody doesn't know, it's like when you release people's personal information online, like their address or their phone number or their email or the like. Mm-hmm. Ways to make it easier for somebody to harass somebody.
Yeah.
In response to the ban, Jackson uploaded a video of him seemingly contorting himself, screaming, pouring kombucha on himself, and shouting, "What am I going to do now?" Jackson subsequently opened a new website where his supporters could redonate. In a video soon after, Jackson announced that the site was shut down shortly after its launch. So at least that's not up. So he's not getting donations on that site either. So yeah. Okay, and so now he has a continued it's more abuse claims and everything. Do you think we should take a break really quick, and then we'll come back and talk about that, Matt?
Yeah.
Do you want to do that? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Hi, folks. This is Michael E. Cullen II from the podcast that you're listening to right now, along with
Manager Matthew Haas.
You got promoted?
Yes.
Damn it. Okay, anyways, folks, do you like the show Superstore? I don't know. I asked the folks and nobody's answering me.
Because they're not here.
Oh,
but we love
damn it. Yeah, we love it, though. Okay, folks, if you like it as much as we do, you're really going to like the Super Story podcast, which is a podcast where Matthew and I go episode by episode and give our little opinions and thoughts on it. Sometimes we have guests, sometimes we don't. Just depends on how we're feeling.
Yeah.
And, so if you like this podcast and like our little crazy banter,
then you should definitely check this out. Or I might get sad. And when I get sad, it gets pretty sad.
yeah,
So
I can't deal with him when he's sad.
no one can really. So
Yeah. So check out Super Story Podcast right here where you get this podcast, Super Story Podcast.
You won't find a better quantum physicist than Dr. Graw Horatio.
How do you do? I am Dr. Graw Horatio, a scientist.
However, like many of us, he's useless without a good cup of coffee.
Thanks to coffee, I can accomplish more in a week than a regular scientist can in a month, with just as many psychotic breakdowns. It's quite economical in the long run.
You can hear Dr. Horatio and his exciting adventures in the upcoming radio comedy, Magus Elgar. Visit MagusElgar.com to download your copy today.
And we are back. Matt had a banana, sang a song about it. No, he didn't. I had an orange and an apple, and I tried to compare them. Wait. Okay. So, there are many allegations of abuse and child grooming towards Greg, a.k.a. ONISION. In 2019, allegations of child grooming and abuse were levied at Jackson and his spouse, Kai Avor. His spouse, Kai, who is a trans person who initially was named Taylor, and now he is Kai. So, yeah.
Not Taylor Swift, but...
No.
Okay.
Her, when Kai was female, her name was Taylor. Now she's Kai. Now he's Kai, I should say, to get the grammar right.
Kai.
K-A-I, Avor. Anyways, Jackson responded by stating that the grooming stuff is absolute nonsense. As aforementioned, Webb also made allegations of abuse by Jackson and Avor, stating that she was sent texts asking to be chained to the basement wall for a week with a sign around her neck that says, "I'm sorry for lying."
Whoa.
When reached by the insider for comment in response to these allegations, Jackson requested $10,000 for an interview and stated, "I do not want to participate in this circus without compensation. I should be paid to endure the stupidity of the current state of outrage/online culture." Yeah. So on January 9th, okay, so towards the end of last year, an interesting person took note of these actions that are going on. A journalist by the name of Chris Hansen, who you may know from NBC's To Catch a Predator, among other things. He has his own YouTube channel right now, which, if you want to know more about this, is called Have a Seat with Chris Hansen. I've watched several of the videos. You can get the whole background on ONISION by watching those, as well as Respion's videos too, Mr. Respion. Anyways, so on January 9th, Jackson called 911 on American television journalist Chris Hansen and his law firm, headed by Mike Morse, for knocking on his door. He described Hansen and his crew as YouTube stalkers, yelling things at him through the door. He had previously asked Hansen for $350,000 in order to be interviewed. Morse stated that it concerns me that he has 2 kids in the home and that he really didn't like hearing about this guy on Have a Seat with Chris Hansen. Jackson and Avor have since filed 2 petitions for order of protection from unlawful harassment conduct, one on behalf of their children against Hansen and the other against Salzbach, a.k.a. Respion. Anyways, the case which was held on January 24th of 2020, and at the Pierce County District Court in Washington State. According to their court database, there it turned out Jackson had served the wrong Chris Hansen, and it requested to dismiss both petitions because he was advised to consider quote-unquote alternative, more effective legal action against both defendants. This dismissal request was granted. So basically, okay, what he did, you can watch the court stuff. You can also see the video and hear the 911 call, all online. Just look them up. You'll find them on YouTube. This guy, first off, he goes to court and he's wearing a bulletproof vest, looks like backwards, underneath his suit in the courtroom. His hair's not really well groomed at all. He's wearing a suit that's like way too big for him and a pair of Adidas shoes, tennis shoes. Whatever. I mean, but my thing is this guy has a lot of money. He could probably buy a brand new suit. He claims he's broke, but because his Patreon was taken away. Well, that happens when you dox people and you're a fucking asshole. But, yeah, allegedly. Anyways, he represented himself in court.
That usually doesn't go well.
Yeah, you have a fool for a client when you are your own attorney. Anyways, Repsion appeared in court with a lawyer, which you should do, and then ONISION went on to criticize Repsion for hiring an attorney because he says he should have just represented himself. But yeah, again, when you represent yourself, you have a fool for a client. In my opinion, I mean, there's no reason if you have the money to do it, you should probably hire an attorney.
Yeah.
That's my, if you're going to court. But somehow ONISION thinks it was stupid that Repsion... I feel weird saying these people's YouTube names.
Yeah.
Okay. Greg thought it was weird that Daniel had an attorney. It's like... Okay, so we got other controversies here that I'm reading from the Wikipedia page. I'm just going to give, complete obvious what I'm reading here, folks. You can read this for yourself, but please listen to me and Matt's response to this. What's your thoughts so far on this, Matt?
I'm just confused.
Yeah.
Mostly.
What's confusing you? Any questions here
Just
that
all
I might
of
be
it.
able to answer you?
Well, just all of it, like how he was able to, get away with this for so long.
Yeah, I mean, because the thing is, we haven't even really got into the meat of the things. I mean, we talked a little bit about Billy and stuff, but the thing is he's repeatedly groomed women, many girls, I should say, that were under 18 into sexual relationships with him. There was one girl that he had living with him for a time when she was underage. Him and his spouse Kai. Yeah. I don't know. Let me see if okay. In 2019, Jackson was fined $90,000 by the Planning and Public Works Department of Pierce County, Washington, for disturbing a wetland area that was right by his house. As of and he put it on video while he was doing it too. He was cutting down trees and stuff in this wetland that's protected. As of December 2019, Jackson claimed to have paid the fee and that he was currently replanting the area. In early 2020, a police report detailing an incident from September of 2019 was leaked, in which Jackson's 2-year-old daughter had fallen from Jackson's second-story window onto a concrete driveway. The report further states, however, that the incident was deemed accidental and judged insufficient for Child Protective Services to get involved. Police report that the child is recovering well. That's all well and good. It might have been an accident and everything, but he fucking pulled out his phone and recorded the kid on the driveway. He said he was doing this for legal reasons to protect himself. That just made me sick. I'm sorry, but also the thing is like, it may have very well been an accident, but they make things to secure windows so things like this don't happen.
Right.
Also, you might not want to have the bed right up against the window in a 2-year-old's bedroom or something.
So,
yeah.
A little bit about that.
Yeah.
when we were cleaning out my aunt's house, who passed away in June, so that the bank could sell it or whatever.
Yeah.
We had neighbors across the street that were not in good shape mentally speaking. There's some people have said that it was probably drug use going on with at least one of the members of the family, if not more, who knows. But I think the same thing happened at that house, that a toddler or whatever was just wandering around, and they had the window open for some reason up in the fell down on the porch and was crying, and they just got out. Apparently, I personally wasn't there to see it, so I can't say
say what happened.
But and they were just went down there and just scooped up the baby like it was nothing. Oh, it's okay. So it's there are people like that who quote it's an accident, but it's also negligence.
I mean, things happen. I mean, accidents happen. I pulled a dresser on myself when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. I mean, but that's because I was stupid and stood in the bottom drawer and pulled the whole thing on top of myself.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it wasn't neglect. My mom found me right away and took me to the hospital. It wasn't like my mom was just letting me have free reign. But this thing, it's it took them a bit to find the kid and figure out that this happened. Neither one of the parents were really paying attention. And but on top of that, I guess the kid pushed. There wasn't an empty window. It wasn't like an open window or anything. The kid pushed the window out.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I said, there are ways to secure windows so they can't be pushed out like that.
Right.
I don't know. It's just, and also, I mean, most windows are up above the ground, so a 2-year-old can't get to them. So the kid had to have been climbing. I mean, I'm just assuming the kid had to climb on a bed or a desk or something to get up that way.
Right.
It's just,
and also what I find interesting is, so he's supposed to be a militant vegetarian, but yet he apparently doesn't care about the environment. Those usually
exactly.
They usually kind of go hand in hand. So again, it sounds like a person who's very contradictory about certain things. Takes one hardline position on one thing, and then an opposite on the other thing, when those things are usually linked to each other, and usually people like that are not stable.
There's other things I've heard about him are, well, one thing that I know he did was he put, and he tried to claim that it was okay because of the type of tortoise it was. He had a pet tortoise that he put in a plastic container. I shouldn't say put in. He put underneath a plastic container. So he put the plastic container on top of the tortoise in his backyard during the summertime, which creates a greenhouse effect. And he basically baked his turtle in his backyard and killed it. This is a vegetarian.
He just did it for fun or something? Or
no one's really sure. I think he was doing that to protect it, he thought. But he was just too stupid to realize it was going to basically bake the turtle. But he had read online that the turtle could withstand a certain amount of temperature that was higher than what it supposedly died under, and that the turtle is also a digging turtle. So he thought the turtle, if it was getting too hot, could have dug underneath the.
Oh, so basically he thought he could let him get fresh air without necessarily escape running away.
Yeah, he just didn't want him to run away, and that was his thought behind it. But it just didn't seem smart at all to me. I mean, I don't know. There was no holes poked in the thing or anything. It was just one of those Rubbermaid or Sterilite containers that you store old sweaters in or something. He had that on top of it's just stupid. Wow, this is actually interesting. Okay, so I wonder if she's listening here. I randomly pulled up. This is hilarious. I'm just going to say this. This is really funny. I randomly pulled up an article, one of the first articles to come up about ONISION, and it's written by a friend of mine. Huh. Yeah, my friend Phelan Fairchild, who actually lives in the Toledo area, wrote this article, and I'm going to read a few things from it. Just want to give her credit for it. So, so. Basically, okay, ONISION, who is now in his mid-30s, by the way, just to let you know, has accused, has accrued both wealth and a significant fan base, boasting over 2 billion video views total, and as many subscribers across multiple channels who consume his content, featuring his daily life and those in it. Under a revealing microscope, it sounds like a typical vlogger dream come true, but turn a camera on, get famous, even ridiculous sums of money, and thus you win the internet. Except Onision's story took a very dark, disturbing turn. Dating back to his earliest days, Onision, also known as Gregory Jackson, began uploading more and more intimate and extreme content, some of which allegedly showcased him filming a young woman having a health crisis in the shower. That was Shiloh, his ex. Rather than seek help for the woman. Yeah, he recorded the whole thing. She's having memory loss and all this other shit, and had like a seizure and stuff, and he recorded the whole fucking thing. Just despicable. And then he uploads it for views. Anyways, he So he okay the okay, no one can say for sure that the events portrayed. This is what Phelan is saying. No one can say that for sure that the events portrayed in Onision's videos are authentic, because who would watch a young girl lay on the cold floor of a shower, trembling, speaking incoherently, and unable to recognize her surroundings and do nothing about it? Who would exploit a young woman in such a vulnerable state by uploading a video of them in a state of crisis? Okay, her name was Shiloh. She would be just one of the large cast featuring many women in his orbit who would go public in the aftermath of their relationship with Onision to allege they were victims of emotional and psychological abuse at his hands. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so basically, some of the stories have him... have common threads of girls claiming Onision later, even his husband, a female-to-male transgender by the name of Kai, with whom he has children, formerly known as Lainey and Taylor. So Kai would actually solicit these women by social media, sometimes while they were underage, and create these relationships with them. Kai would actually send graphic photos of herself to these young girls and ask for them in return. Allegedly. I'm just going to say that allegedly because none of this has gone to court. In a video released by Onision himself, he admitted that Kai was a minor when their relationship began and disclosed that he drove to another state where their age of consent was beneath 18 so he could legally engage in a sexual act with Kai.
So, allegedly, we have someone who he himself was basically the victim of this and now has become the role of being a solicitor.
He was allegedly abused by his father, but now is abusing young women.
A lot, that happens a lot, though.
It does.
So,
I mean...
like a lot of, again, allegedly, but a lot of people who are child predators, it usually comes out that they themselves were molested when they were children, or at least harassed, when they were children.
Yeah.
So it happens a lot. So,
so like in that video, he even boasts that Kai's grandmother attempted to have him thrown in jail, but he was cleared by the police having done nothing illegal in that state. He was 24 at the time, and Kai was 17. Okay, worse, however, was the case of Sarah, a fan who claims she began exchanging online messages with Onision and Kai at the age of 13, according to Sarah. These missives became more adult-oriented just a year later. Sarah was dealing with a troubled home life, and by 16 years old, she had moved in with Kai and Onision. Kai became her power of attorney. And Sarah maintains that no explicit sexual activity took place, just romantic talks until 4 days after her 18th birthday. So they groomed her until she was legal to be able to have sex with her.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's totally fine.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all to have sex with someone who is technically your foster parent.
See, again, all allegedly, but
yeah,
this type of grooming it almost feels like a person who's like testing the waters.
Yeah.
To, like, see how far they're willing to go with their desires.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, well, I won't have sex with the actual 13-year-old, but I'll start talking to them when they're 13, like Drake.
Yeah, exactly. Allegedly. Yeah.
Allegedly. Cover our bases here.
Yes. I don't want the old Jimmy Brooks coming after me. Anyways,
Jimmy.
so, Degrassi for life.
Yep.
Anyways, yeah, this is, I mean, so first off, this is just as weird. I mean, I had no idea who ONISION was until a couple weeks ago, and now I'm stuck in this rabbit hole and I can't get out of it. It's like creepy, man.
Yeah,
but
maybe watch something funny tonight or something. That
I probably will.
Kind of get you out of that state or whatever.
Well, I do. I've been watching a lot of Saturday Night Live videos lately just to
Okay.
kind of get myself out of this, and old episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So I'm good. Anyways, so more from Phelan Fairchild's article here. There was there was also a young woman named Billy. We talked about that a little bit earlier. Billy alleges that she engaged in a relationship with ONISION and Kai simultaneously, and that ONISION pressured his wife, now husband, to take her into their relationship. Billy says ONISION outlined a series of controlling punishments for her after she confessed that she had, against his wishes, smoked marijuana. In communication she shared on Twitter that are allegedly from ONISION, he provides a list of punishments for her disobedience. Some that include she be chained to a basement, get a tattoo that says "I'm a liar," among other things.
So at least his values are straight. He's against marijuana. Like, what? Again, such contradictory stuff. It's like it's so weird. Like
he's against abortion too, I believe, or something.
Yeah, he sounds like one of these people that just is all over the place. Like,
I mean, whatever. People have their own beliefs, whatever. But I'm just saying, it's just, I don't know. Yeah, Billy claims, if you can find videos of her online too, she claims that ONISION likes to destroy people's lives.
Well, maybe we shouldn't be making this recording. And,
what? No.
One's destroying our lives, for our recording,
I welcome it, man, because I'm doing nothing wrong here.
Well, I know, but
I'm just saying he can try to destroy my life all he wants. My life sucks anyway, so I mean, go ahead, destroy it more if you want to, man.
Wow.
Don't destroy Matt's though. It's all on me, man. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the one. If you notice, I'm the one that's doing, the least talking. Don't go after me. No.
Allegedly. Oh wait, joking. No.
Wow.
I just changed Matt's voice to sound like mine. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Wait, no. No, anyways. But across YouTube, there are hundreds upon hundreds of videos discussing the allegations against Kai and ONISION. So I mean, this is just very disturbing. I think I need to take a little break here.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll come back and talk a little bit more about this and wrap it up, and maybe see if there's anything we can do or anything that we can do to help people.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, this is Michael E. Cullen II from the podcast that you're listening to right now, along with
Matthew Haas.
We just wanted to tell you about our great podcast called Super. It's called All Too Real. And on that show, what do we do, Matt?
We watch biopics, and then we talk about whether or not the movie matched up with the real story or not.
So it
was a lot more exciting than that, though.
Yeah, so we analyze the real story and the real story.
Get it?
Real. Yeah, they're spelled differently, folks. You can guess which one I said which way. Anyways, so sometimes we have a guest, sometimes we don't. But we talk about great movies like Shattered Glass and The Social Network and Futile and Stupid Gesture, among others. Those are some of the ones that we've covered so far, and we're going to cover a lot more. So please subscribe on Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you find your great, fun podcasts. And be sure to share it with your friends.
Do it.
And make sure you're not afraid to get all too real. Bye-bye.
And we are back with a banana.
Yep.
No, we're just talking about a banana who thinks he's an onion. Anyways, or an onion that thinks he's a banana. Probably that way. I don't know what it is. But anyways, so more from my friend Phelan Fairchild's little article here. At the height of Onision's web fame, voyeurs and drama lovers alike would watch to see the tumultuous back and forth disputes between Onision and some of these girls, who were often dubbed as liars as they attempted to defend themselves, or worse, tell their story. A little dive down the rabbit hole reveals a shocking and infuriating history of a man who, in all of this is true, has managed to evade accountability. A man who, if all of this is true, has managed to evade accountability. Sorry. Many commenters on the platform who discuss the life of Onision, like an open secret, state that even if true, none of the allegations are sometimes technically against the law. I'm going to say some of them are, because I think some of them haven't come forward that are. Mm-hmm. They're not yet allegations, but I think that he's currently... So, this is going off of the article here. This is just stuff I know from online. In 2019 alone, he's had 19 calls to his house from the police calls to his house. Mm-hmm. 19. And there's actually an open investigation that's being coordinated by both the local police there and the FBI into him. Something's going to come out. I might be wrong, and I know a lot of times people get away with this shit for years, Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein and Donald Trump and the likes. R. Kelly, whatnot, people get away with this shit for years. Mm-hmm. Let's hope that he doesn't get away with that shit. If these allegations are true, and in my opinion, something needs to happen. And it just sucks that he's done things like go to different states to have sex with underage girls because it's legal in that state, but it's not legal in his state.
That in of itself should be illegal because the intent is obviously like you're going to that state specifically for that purpose.
And in my opinion, I don't think it should be the laws of the state you're going to. It should be the laws of the state you live in, right? Or there should be a federal law. There should be a federal law. In my opinion, that you can't have sex with somebody under 18.
Right.
If you're under 18. I mean, teenagers do whatever you want. I don't give a shit.
Right.
But, I'm just saying, as long as you both are teenagers under the age of 18.
Right.
Yeah.
Because even then, though, it's still kind of... It's like a 17-year-old with a 13-year-old still...
It's still kind of creepy. I don't know. When I was a teenager, I dated girls that were younger than me, but that was just, like when I was 17, I dated like a 15-year-old or whatever, or when I was 18, I was dating somebody like 16.
Okay.
But I didn't have sex with any of them. So.
And you didn't do like a grooming thing?
No.
Or whatever, yeah.
So, it's just messed up. But anyways, if it just bothers me that he's skating the law, like he's getting away with, doing things that are technically legal, but really morally, I don't know if they are. And even just, I'm not even talking religious morality. I'm just talking like human morality.
Yeah, human.
Yeah.
Well, some of the stuff might even be illegal too, like the ones that's already alleged, not whatever could come up within the investigation. Like I'm pretty sure in most states, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure in most states that it's illegal to talk to a minor online for the specific reasons of meeting up with them.
Yeah.
Like you could probably talk to someone about like a random subject like music or whatever, but you can't be like, hey, do you want to meet up at Burger King or whatever? That's and it doesn't even matter if the intent, if you don't even say anything about sex, just that alone I think is illegal in most states.
I mean honestly, like I've had friends on my Facebook that were underage, but they would question me stuff about film or politics. It was never anything like that. And one of them I deleted after a while when I just realized I didn't agree with him politically.
Oh,
but
God, that guy.
yeah, but anyways, that he was just kind of becoming an abuse on my page, and I just didn't want anything to happen. So I was just like, yeah, bye. But I mean, there's a difference between that and I mean, like, you know, my nephews or my kids' friends that are underage or my friends on Facebook because they requested me and I'm friends with them, but I'm not going to share sexually explicit material with any of these kids.
Right.
There's a difference then, you know. But, or groom them like this fucker is.
Right, yeah.
It's ridiculous. And, there's a... It's just tragic that, all the stuff that ONISION seems to be doing and getting away with. And then, to another extent, Kai as well, because he's become part of this. Kai, his spouse, has become part of this game of grooming,
right?
You know, grooming these girls. And
which, again, makes sense, though, because if he was an abuse victim, and then a lot of again, allegedly, but a lot of times the victim takes on the role of the abuser when they have power or authority or whatever.
And it's like Kai kind of has that probably Stockholm syndrome.
Right, because ONISION has control over him in a way.
Yeah.
And then he's kind of like the deputy, if you will, basically doing all of the legwork. And ONISION allegedly is kind of like the general who's basically like giving out the orders.
Yeah, it is. It's
kind of like also the Nexium cult type of thing, like with what's their name,
like Allison Mack or something was kind of
because she was like the lieutenant or whatever, or whatever word they had.
So I mean, it's kind of like that. And I mean, it's just scary that there's something like that. This can happen in anywhere. I mean, and I'll give you this. I mean, ONISION's a charismatic dude, so that's what kind of I think is helped the things is where he's kind of this charismatic, slightly good-looking dude, but he's got creepy eyes, in my opinion. But that's just, it's just, I can understand why, you know, women and men are drawn to him in a way that, you know, it's just kind of creepy. But, anyways, this, by the way, this article from Failing Fairchild is on something called the medium.com. So if you look that up, just look up Failing Fairchild, and there's a article there about ONISION. Check out the rest of Phelan's other work too on there. I just want to give Phelan credit where credit is due for some of the help. I also, did a little reading earlier from Wikipedia, as I said, because I didn't write all of this, man. So any other thoughts here, Matt, before we... my thing is I just hope that things come to... something is done.
Some kind of like conclusion or resolution, right? Like,
even if the least is that he gets help and stops doing this shit.
Right. Because, just like everyone else, he has the right to a fair trial. So just, do it fairly, and then see what happens, see what comes out of it.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to be good, but
my one worry is, I really hope that his kids are okay.
Oh, he's got more than one kid?
He's got like two kids under the age of 5. Like a boy and a girl. And, the girl fell out of the window, that I was talking about. But, I just pray for them and hope they're okay, because being involved in this whole situation is just like... There's also... That's another thing, too. There's also a video online of Kai eating Taco Bell. And in the background... Because it's a stupid video. I watched the video because I read about it. And it's just a video, really, literally a video where Kai goes to Taco Bell, and then I think at the time, I can't remember if whatever pronouns, I don't want to get involved at, but they were eating the Taco Bell on the video, and in the background you can hear ONISION like verbally abusing the kids. Yeah. You can hear Greg in the background just like yelling at the kids, saying some shit. You can't make out all of it, but he's calling them like stupid and all this other shit, and it's just it's ridiculous. Not to mention how stupid I think the video is that the I get this. I'm 42, so I don't really understand the younger generation. But there's this thing where people enjoy watching people eat food on YouTube.
Well, it's not just that. It's like videos of them doing every kind of activity whatsoever, and I don't understand it either because I'm not from that. But that's a whole other conversation of basically the constant surveillance of society. They're used to that, so to them, having their entire lives being streamed is not strange to them. Yeah, I mean, but to me it is because I don't.
My thing is, I can almost understand the person that's eating the Taco Bell putting up the video for somebody to watch it. Mm-hmm. The thing I don't understand is the people watching this person eat Taco Bell or what have you.
Yeah.
What enjoyment do you get out of watching somebody eat Taco Bell?
Well, there's actually a underground group on YouTube where they just watch people chug beer. Yeah, there's actually like not underground, but there's actually like a fandom of just people chugging beer on YouTube and to see how much they can chug, and they watch each other's videos. So.
I mean, I guess, if you enjoy watching people chug beer or eating Taco Bell or McDonald's or whatever.
They usually go hand in hand.
Yeah. More power to you. I guess it's better if you're just watching that than going out grooming people and, creating a whole little YouTube cult.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, so all I know is I pray for Chris Hansen and Mr. Repsion if they end up going to court again or anything. I hope that things go well for them and for the kids. All the kids in the world.
All the kids in the world.
Yeah, and so if you want to hear more content like this at all, let us know. Mike at cullenpark.com. If you want us to comment more on topical events, we can. If you enjoy our other things, if this is the first time you're listening to us, welcome. And we have a lot of fun videos. I mean audio where we talk about a lot of direct video sequels and bad movies in general, and sometimes good movies, and
sometimes good movies,
weird theories and whatnot. It's just fun pop culture from uncultured people, and hope you enjoy it. Check out our links in the description. You can go to Patreon and donate to us. Go to our TeePublic and you get some cool T-shirts and stuff. And other than that, anything else you want to say, Matt, before we go?
Just be happy. I don't know.
Yeah, don't worry, be happy, as Bobby McFerrin would say. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to All2ReelToo podcast, a Cullen Park production. Produced and edited by Michael E. Cullen II. Music by Matthew Hawes. Subscribe and share the show. Visit us at cullenpark.com.